Welcome to the Whitetail Legacy Podcast.
Tomorrow is opening day.
This morning, didn't have a great hunt. Deer didn't move like usual.
We just got set up in the middle of this bedding thicket. We've been saving this spot from the rut. It's a nice, I think it's a nice buck.
Boom! Hits a 170.
That was money. I think he's down right over there, maybe 10 yards.
Whitetail Legacy Podcast, bringing you back to the hunt and leaving a legacy.
Baller rut.
Welcome to the Whitetail Legacy Podcast. This is our first video podcast. We got called out by Jake from Exodus that we don't do enough video podcasts. So here we are. We got the studio rigged up where you guys can't even see half of it. This table barely fits sideways. We got about 3 foot of it touching wall to wall here.
I'm gonna say, do I need to look at you or the camera?
Yeah, we got to look at the camera. Most of the time, we're looking at each other. So this is, deep eye contact. So this is really, this is new for us. But we love to try new things. Give you guys another way to listen to this podcast. We do put every podcast on YouTube, but now it will be our faces on YouTube.
Just this one for now.
Oh yeah. For this one, we're just giving this a shot. See how it goes.
I would say for now, like the video portion of this is gonna be the priority over the audio, but the audio shouldn't suffer. I don't think.
Yeah, I think every time we do one of just us, we could do video.
Yeah.
Or if we have someone in studio, we could make it work. Might get tight on this table, but it'd be legit. Anyways, let's get into the people that make this possible. We're gonna start off with Ingram this round. Homie's going to do some editing magic here, and he's going to put in a picture of my, what year, 2017? Yeah.
Yep.
My 2017 9-pointer. Ingram crushed that mount. I went ahead and did a full sneak on it. I don't have a full sneak yet. So I shot that deer right off his bed. That was one deer that, I told homie, I'm going in to kill this deer, and he walked out. And I killed that deer. It was like, that stuff doesn't happen, you know what I mean? But that was the first time that I legitimately found a bed, had him on cam, went in there, and killed him. So that was a good feeling.
Is that the oldest deer you've killed so far?
Yeah. Still haven't sent Freeze's jaws
You are
in.
so on it.
I'm so on stuff.
How about that snood trophy?
Yeah, the snood trophy's coming.
I'll say that's probably
it's in the mail. Yeah, it's already there. But, that's a shout-out for Ingram's Outdoor Obsession. All your taxidermy needs. The other bucks are so close, bro. He won't even let me go look. He won't send me a picture.
We can't even go out there now?
No, I bask. He's like, no. He's like, you guys are gonna freak out. I'm like, I know. I'm freaking out right now. Just thinking about it. So, all right, homie's got the rest. He's got notes over there.
To get into the veteran broadhead, bucks are already hitting the ground by the veteran. It's getting that time of year. You're gonna be seeing a lot of them kills. If you guys follow VIP on Facebook. Matt's going to be posting everything there, and you guys will be able to check it out. And hopefully we make the page.
Yeah, hopefully we make the page.
This week's VIP Veteran Broadhead shout-out is Jeff Hansen, United States Marine Corps, 4 years. TOW gunner. He has been to Haiti, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Spain, Norway, and he also has done some cold weather training and desert training, so kind of both ends of the spectrum there.
Wow.
Jeff, we appreciate your service, 4 years, and VIP, and Matt and Cindy also do as well. I wonder what that cold weather training consisted of.
I don't know. I don't do very well in the cold, so
I do okay, but man, after a while, it just
my toes, bro. My toes are weak. I bought the Arctic Shield cover boots last year. That helped out a bunch, but
those are game changer.
On Twitter, we did get a lot of response to your cold question.
Yeah.
We got a lot of comments on that. There's a lot of good tips. I didn't even think about that Ziploc baggie trick.
I know. I was like,
hands.
He's always on it.
He's always on it.
He's always got that good tip.
So.
Getting into ECW calls. He said when we were down there that he was going to go to the American Legions, the local American Legion and the local VFWs, and look for veterans that, are willing to work. And I thought that was a super cool thing, being a veteran that Jeff is, that's just kind of like the brotherhood to look out for one another, and there's a lot of unemployed homeless veterans, and for him to be able to do something like that, I thought that was very cool.
Yeah, I thought it was super cool where he said, some guys might wake up at 3 a.m. and be like, well, I want to work for 4 hours. He has no limitations on hours or how long you work. Just come in. He said it'd all be access code. He's got cameras on everything to monitor it, and come in and polish some calls or make some calls. And he said he would train you. So you're getting to be busy. Just like me, when I get old, I'm going to have to be able to still chase bucks, because if I just, I didn't have anything to do, that would be bad. So I think this is going to be a great outlet for people, retired veterans, to be able to go and say, hey, I want to work 4 hours, like 9 to, whenever.
Yep.
And just that would be my day. That I'd look forward to during my day, just to have something to keep you busy. So.
I would say Jeff said for like no reason at all, he'll just be wide awake at 1 a.m. and he'll just be, start working on calls. So he said that's kind of, how he got the idea. And I think that's also very cool too.
Yeah. And Jeff just messaged us, big thanks coming for ECW. He's not even playing around. He's just going straight for everything we talked about in our last video that came up for his company. So super excited for Jeff. He's taking leaps and bounds this year.
Yeah. Bigger Bucks Outfitters. The lodge is coming to a completion. We're going to go down there and do like a realty style video, showcase that lodge, do some drone shots of the properties, hunting. I'm sure we'll be able to throw in a whole bunch of trail cam pictures. So be looking out for that. And be sure to give them a like and a follow on Facebook and their Instagram. Scentlock. I got my closet up, bro.
Did you?
It's
nice
sweet.
as hell. Those are so nice.
Dude, so on the video on YouTube, I'll show like a picture of what it looked like before, and then I did a time-lapse of Aiden and I put it together in my basement. That's like super epic basement time-lapse. And then I'll do a picture of like nothing in front of it, because everything fits in this. And then it's got the side pockets on the outside, the side pockets on the inside.
It's got the boot.
The
like
boot
your boots
hooks.
are muddy,
Oh,
you can
dude.
keep them on the side.
I might have to just actually record a clip and do like a 180
Yeah,
of
a 180 of it.
to get the full effect.
Yeah,
but
it's giant. They
yeah.
thought of literally everything.
it's still weird. I go down there every night to work out at night after we put the kids to bed, and it's so weird to go down there and have so much space in front of the stairs because all my hunting shit's in the closet.
Yeah, that's epic, man.
So,
Don't they have a spot where you could cut the ozone out too, so you could keep other stuff in there?
I don't know, because the Renew, it's got the two hoses,
Mhm.
and it just plugs into two slots in the back. So
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
didn't know.
It does have that divider in the middle though,
Yeah.
but I think it just splits off on both sides.
I see.
All right.
I gotta make sure our timer's running over here.
I would say I'm surprised my thing hasn't turned off.
Yeah, no.
Usually after like 4 minutes it'll darken.
Oh, really? Yeah. Hopefully it stays
I
on.
would say I was worried about it because I was like, well, we ain't gonna know when the camera dies.
So let's
Probably out of focus this shit
Oh yeah,
right
probably
now.
way out of focus. We're gonna get into the show. We have not done one to update you from summer catch up. So that was
Episode 86.
10 episodes or so.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, actually 11 with Jeff. So yeah, so we wanted to give you guys an update. We're gonna do something kind of special in here. We're not gonna give you all of our bucks because there is some that may or may not be on public. We're not gonna tell you if these deer are on public or private. You're just gonna have to figure it out yourself. But we're gonna actually showcase some of the velvet pics that we have, go into the history of these deer.
You know what we should do? I should get you your computer so you can pull up the picture so I can look at it.
Yeah, that's
so
a good
might be
idea.
a good idea.
Yeah.
All right, keep talking.
Brief pause. So, but anyways, well, we wanted to do this. We think we have a lot of followers that are like really passionate and knowing what we do day to day, which is insane to us. But this way, we can go in and actually showcase these bucks to you guys. Instead of just talking about it on a podcast, we're talking like the Tall Tie 9. Like people don't know what that is, what that buck is, or Chaos. We've been talking about Chaos for 2 years, and now we can actually show what Chaos looks like. So
we'd be able to show him a little bit last year. We didn't ever really get a good picture of him last year, like full frontal. Like we already have better pictures of him this year than we did at all last year.
Yeah. So we're just excited to to showcase this for you. I don't think anybody's done this yet. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. But this was an idea that me and Homie came up with. A way to have an episode of just ourselves. If you want to listen to the audio version, you can. You can still gain what we're talking about. But then you can, if someone's talking about a buck and they're like, "Oh, it's on the video portion," I'd be like,
"Oh yeah,
I gotta listen.
Right.
I gotta watch the video."
I'll at least scrub through it. You know?
Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. We're also gonna go into a little bit of our plot placement. We're gonna do a little bit about our wagon blind that's in the process of being built. We've put a ton of work in that lately. Going to go over our public a little bit. We're not going to show you any pics of what we're doing there, but the private ground we'll show you guys, where we moved some stands, why we moved them there, and kind of dig into that. And it's going to be a lot of our face, but hopefully there's enough of other stuff to break it up, because we always said we have a face for radio. That's why we do podcasts, but now we're on video. So. But
we're growing.
What do you want to do? You want to start with the bucks, or do you want to start with the property?
I'd rather start with the food plot and stuff.
Okay.
That's
Save the bucks for the end so people stay around. You got to stay around for the giant velvets. So, anyways, let's get into the food plot. So, if you watch the food plot video, I got Homie a food plot for his birthday.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah, he came out there, helped us plan it. We did an awesome video for that. First time we got the drone out, messed with that. First time we really got our new lenses and really got into them. But Homie's going to be able to pull up a map and show you kind of what we did with the food plot, how we built it, why we built it the way we did, talk about the screen. So what we did, we planted real-world beans. We broadcasted them. We did not have a lot of rain, and then we also... The deer were just absolutely pounding them. I was getting trail cam pictures of does just bedding in the food plot all night, getting up, feeding, bedding right in front of the camera. So we're going to go in there. We're going to broadcast some winter wheat and some turnips on the bottom. But there is a lot of beans out there. They're just kind of sporadic.
Yeah.
So I know Real World's beans grow a little different than regular beans. They're meant to be taller, put on more foliage, and expand. So I'm excited to see what they do in the next month. You know what I mean? Because they may blow. I don't know.
Are all their beans the ones that, like, the pods don't crack when it gets cold?
Yeah.
All their beans are now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gen 2, yeah. So, but we'll be able to go into that. So on the bottom side, we made it like a teardrop. And Homie will show you the picture now where he'll describe it. But we have a pinch on this property where... Last year we put a cam. I told Homie, I said, this is a really good rut pinch. Homie said, yeah, let's throw a couple cams up. We put one on the top and the bottom. And we end up getting almost every one of our shooters on that cam, plus all the random bucks that came through the property came right through that pinch. So there's what kind of tree is that? I don't even know what kind of tree that is. You can throw
fire.
You can throw some pics of where we hung the tree stand, because you got some of that in there.
I got a picture of you and Rainer checking it.
Yeah. And then we hung the stand in some kind of, the tree is super curvy. I don't know what type of tree it is, but there's a lot of cover. It's maybe 18 foot. It's not super high, but we made the food plot to teardrop down, and basically we're hunting that pinch, but we put that food plot there as if a buck is cruising that pinch, and we can't, you know how bucks cruise in the rut. Sometimes you can't get a shot. So we're hoping he's going to cut and not hit that creek and notice that food plot and want to see what's up over the hill, or want to literally run through it, grab 3-4 bites of food, and then keep running. That's our plan. So that's why we built it the way we did. We also put a screen, Milo and corn on the right side, all the way up, and we did that so the road, when all the leaves drop, you can see the road just in like a couple small spots. But we went ahead and put a screen all the way down that. So the road blocking, and then also it's a little bit of entrance if there's, not for us for the plot, but to screen us from anything bedded in that grass when we walk in. So most people think of a plot screen, they're thinking you're walking by it. We're actually using it as a screen the opposite direction, where we're blocking view of them being by it. You know what I mean? Because in my mind, a doe during the winter could bed right in that grass and then go 50 foot to the food plot. And we got those fawns doing that now. They're just bedding right there and going right to those beans. So that was kind of the plan we did there. The wagon blind is... I don't want to say halfway done. All the hard stuff's done. It's putting the windows in, putting the tent on, putting the plywood, stuff like that. The stuff that's easier than actually like putting the big 4x4s, going through the metal, all that. So it's come a long ways. But we're gonna actually put that in cedar trees. Like there's a gap in the cedar trees where last year we put the work in. We got permission from the neighbors to walk where the two crops connect. So if we have a south or a straight west wind, anything south or anything west, we can walk that access, and literally we're blowing out to a field, no timber, and cut in and walk behind them cedars. So and the way I got it is we're going to be able to access it from the back. So I feel like there could literally be stuff in the plot and we could get in the blind.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
It's just the way the land worked out. We're going to be moving that in before season. I still have some work. I've been working a ton of hours. Homie's been putting a ton. This is like our busiest time at work. It seems like summer is when like there's just everybody's planning projects, because the railroad, when the winter comes, you really can't do anything. Rock freezes and you're kind of stuck. And
right now we're trying to get prepped for winter. So
yeah, we're trying to get prepped for winter, and then we're also trying to. We got a lot. We want to build the blind and get it done, but we also got moving cams. We're planning. We're hanging stands. But I'm happy to say that the private is done. We do not have to go back to the private until we pull the cams right before season. Mm-hmm. So that's super.
And really, I think with the two, now we have two mobiles there. I really think with the two mobiles, we're gonna know. We probably might not even have to go there to pull cams before season, because
we kind of have where they're entering the property mobile and where they're going to the north, like they were exiting. You know, the north one, we knew early that probably wasn't going to be very good, but during the rut, if we would have had a mobile cam there, we would have known what was going on. So I don't know if we should move that mobile to that pinch later on, or we should keep it in the corner on the plot. I almost think we should take that stick and pick and put it right on the plot. Run a scrape tree, and see what we can do
with the mobile on it.
Yeah.
I want to try to keep that mobile in the timber where you were.
Oh yeah. That one's not moving. That one's there for life. I just put lithiums in it. It'll be there for the rest of the season until we pull it. But that thing is, we'll go into that a little bit. I don't want to put a picture of that stand up. It's too primo.
Okay.
So because someone else might be able to gain access to this little piece.
Yeah.
But we made a move down a little bit and hung a stand. The way it lays out is we were getting pics of all the deer on the scrape tree at night last year. We had 2 bucks in daylight early October that we should have been there for, but we were hunting freeze, big cold front, so we were on the other property. But there's a creek draw that comes off the neighbors. There's a heavy creek crossing, and then you can tell where everything takes a left turn before it goes out to a field. So I hung a camera there and made a plan to hang the stands downwind, so anything west or northwest is absolutely perfect to hunt it. South, you could probably get away with it, but you never know what's going to be cruising that field edge. So west or northwest, that's our main winds. Besides last year, we got like 2 weeks of east for some reason.
Yeah.
But we can get setups. We could pack the lone wolves in and hunt that cedar tree for east. So we got that figured out.
Oh, where you were?
Yeah. It was an east wind that day.
Yeah.
And there's deer all over the place, but another thing with the wagon blind, I mean, an east would be pretty good there, so that's another option. And I feel like that thing's going to hold our scent so good that we might be able to get away with pushing more. But that's not something I've never done, is hunted like inside an actual blind to where you can conceal your scent, keep the windows closed, you know. So that'd be interesting to do. You want to touch on your property down south at all? What you got planned?
Yeah, so I mean, I've been, just like Cody said, been super busy just now, kind of. I'm actually going going Saturday morning down there, throw up the last 2 cams, and look at one spot, put up a stand. I'll probably be. I got a stand to put up there, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm taking it or if I'll just pack in the Lone Wolf and pack. I'll probably pack in there twice and be like, yeah, this is solid. So then I'll just put up. I'll just throw a stand up and leave it there. Got the buck nest still there. I'm actually gonna plan on trying to hunt down in Roseville a little bit more. It's a little bit closer than my Burlington piece, so
And there's giants there.
Maybe able to jet down there. They got some history with some bucks down there that we've kind of been watching. They've been watching I think they call that deer Grandpa, which that kind of makes sense. So they've been watching that deer for I think 3 years now. So I mean, I really hope Cody, not you, different Cody. I really hope he can get that one down. And then they got this really nice 11-pointer out there, a bunch of solid, like, mid 130s. So it's got a lush selection down there, and gonna hunt down there a little bit more, because I was down there walking through it with that Amish coyote hunt that we did. So just because I don't know what's going on with the Burlington piece, that could go anytime. So they also have another property that's 72 acres. Well, they call it 72 or 73. Haven't hunted there, but there's some guys who pay to hunt there. So I don't really feel good about going there while they're hunting and they're paying to hunt there. So
yeah, for sure.
Kind of just staying out of there and let them do their thing over there. And like Cody said, we got the private here and we got public.
Yep, that's one thing we were going to dive into. So public draw is over. There's a piece next to us that is public draw only. But we went way south this year and scouted public pretty far away, and we found some mega giants. But the public draw is over. Me and homie both got in this year. Last year that wasn't the case.
No.
So we will actually be able to film together on public this year. I hunted it hard. I got drawn. I did a ton of scouting out there last year. I took it serious. I feel like I got a good vibe of how it's going. I don't know. You don't know until you can scout
right.
it, but you need to go and physically be like, okay, this is right. This is,
see deer doing what you think they're doing.
What they're gonna do.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, they're gonna do this, but the rut, it's out. You never know what they're gonna do. But early season, late October, I feel like they're still using terrain correctly. You know what I mean?
Which with our private here, it's not very good early season. The beans should be back in on the Burlington piece by the buck nest, and that was good October 10th through Halloween, and then I started hunting there obviously a little bit harder during the rut. The rut was fire there. The beans were there, so hopefully this year it can be decent like it was 2 years ago when the crops were the same.
Yeah. So that'd be super nice.
So with the public, we'll be trying to focus on it early because the private's not good early.
Yeah, and then another thing is, obviously later in the year, bucks are more daylight, and we are going to focus on the public early for the pure fact that we won't be putting pressure on the private, and if it's 90 out and we want to go hunting, we're going to go hunt public. You know what I mean? Or if we got the wrong wind, we have a lot more abilities with our, the new lock and walk system we got on the Lone Wolves. I'm not afraid to pack in deep as hell now. If we got to get a good wind, cross some of those insane ravines that are on some of these pieces.
With that lock and walk in the stand, it's like packing in our book bags last year with everything.
It's super epic. So the way we got the public piece set up now is we have 2 bucks that we have pinned down on 2 different pieces, and we have we have some extra trail cams that we want to put in those spots that I found. That I'm like, okay, this is the spot, right? This is where the stand's going to go. The deer are going to do this. But we are pretty much going all in on one area. I got 5 cams within 350 yards. I got one where he's going to bed. We've got him repeatedly going past there over and over, multiple different days, in the morning, in daylight, which velvet bucks. I mean, Jesus. If we had velvet season here, it'd be lights
get
out.
Out of here.
It'd be game over.
I'd have a lot
for him.
of velvet on the wall. I know that.
But then I went down where there's a heavy creek crossing. Shout out Exodus or Trail Cam Radio. They just had one on. A guy, he's running, finding giants. He's finding the creek crossings. Hunting Public does the same thing. I told you about that, like 3 weeks ago. I was like, should I hang it up here where I think he's coming in off the fields, 80 yards, or should I go down and crush into where he's crossing the water? Well, now I got him going that way repeatedly, so I'm like, okay, I know he's going here. So I hung a cam there. Then I hung a cam up, so there's a creek, a saddle, a slight saddle, steep hill, and then a big saddle. And then it kind of goes up to the field. So I got a stand where 3 trails, the up trail, the down trail, and the side trail meet on the saddle. That's for that buck, but it's also just for anything that's coming off that field. Because last year we ran trail cams there, and we haven't got 2 of the bucks that we had last year back on the cam.
And they're nice.
And they're super nice. We do have the 6-pointer. I will let them know that's We do have the.
Can I show that on the video?
Yeah, we do have the 6-pointer repeated history public land deer. So.
All right, you shoot Nike. I'll shoot that 6-pointer.
Yeah, if Nike comes out, he's done. But I want Nike. He didn't show up to the rut though. Nike didn't show up till late.
I would say we got 8 days.
You got to throw a picture of Nike in if you can find it.
Yeah, I got it.
In the
I got it.
You got a lot of editing to do.
I
now.
got you, bro.
Yeah,
it's gonna be another project for me.
But so then I got one on a main scrape that I know has been there for the last 2 years. Doesn't look like they're really hitting it right now, but I know it's been there the last 2 years, so there's something there that's been repeatedly hitting it. I hung a cam. It's all kind of on the trail anyways, so they don't hit the scrape. Maybe I'll get some trail pics, but that's kind of more for later. And I don't plan on going in there and pulling cams until it's time to
like the weekend before season starts.
Yeah, weekend before season. Let's see if we got anything daylighting, see what we got going on, and that's the game plan for there. We still have 4 cams to go out on the other side of the other public, where that's where I found the spot that I'm like, we're going to go back. We're going to take one of our Exoduses. It's one of our most solid cams that we know is going to work all year. We're going to take that thing back there, lock it on a tree, and let it soak. And see what is this, what I think it is, or am I dumb? That's do I not know what's going on?
And
so.
I mean, props to you because you found this spot in shed season, late shed season. It was, like 2 weeks before turkey season, and you're like, oh, finally got a day where there's no snow because we had an ass load of snow. So you're like, I'm going out there. I'm going to get to where we had already looked at because we were looking at it on the map. So props to you, for going out there, doing the scouting in the off season. I think that's the best time to really scout, really.
I think it is too. If you're going into like an area that you have no clue about, a lot of people are really big on in-season scouting, which is good. If you can find sign and put a cam over it and see what you got going on, see if you got something to, I'm into that too. But if you're going into if you're gonna drive somewhere and spend some legit time, late season's so much better. There's no foliage. You can see all the scrapes. You can see all the rubs. You can see everything that the deer's done, all the trails. See where they're hopping the fences heavy. See where they're feeding. You can see so much more, and then you got the potential to find sheds, so you know what's there if you find a shed. Potentially know what's there. I mean, bucks move in late season, it might be different, but you have an idea of what's in the area if you find a shed. And I found a pretty good shed right maybe 50 yards from where you want to hang the stand that had been there. That was the best part. It had been there 2 or 3 years. So I'm like, there has been no one back here for 2 or 3 years. Because that shed was like... Homie could have found it. I mean, the grass was on top of the grass. Like the grass is short, and it's on top of the grass, and
it was like ankle tall grass. That golden broad.
Yeah. And the bottom side was brown, like dark brown, where it's been laying there and then it was chalky. So I'm like, that's 2 or 3 years easy. No squirrels back there because there ain't no trees, really. I mean, there's no trees back there. It's more like an overgrown pasture type of ground. But
just, touching on the in-season scouting, I have yet to make a move on sign or, visual encounter and get a buck. Like, but I'm not a very good hunter, so I mean,
I'm still
it's-
super new to the my big thing, just like killing that 9-pointer. I found that bed in the winter. I found that bed and those rubs in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
I moved in there knowing that it was already there. Then I killed.
I would say because as deep as that stand is, like that seems really aggressive for you, and to hunt it early.
Yeah, and that's another reason I don't in-season scout, because I am not an aggressive hunter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to break that. We're gonna do some radical stuff on public. We're gonna do some stuff that might be people are gonna be like, these dudes are. But it's like I told homie last year, let's do it, and then we never did, of course, because homie didn't get the tag. But I'm like, let's just give it a shot and see what happens. And if it works out, it's gonna be epic.
Mm-hmm.
If it don't work out, it's not gonna be epic. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what it is. Just got a Moultrie mobile pick. Let's check it out while we're live here.
Oh yeah, I'm always down for that.
See what we got. Probably some grass
I
moving.
would say does all day. I would say, is it dark already?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What we got?
Oh yeah, it's getting close.
Oh, that spike buck's cruising through, bro.
Oh yes. 4 years. Let's go.
Killer. 4 years. Luckily, the cam's working. It's aimed high enough. Everything's good to go.
Sending pics. That's all that matters.
All right.
Now.
Well, let's get into the bucks now. I think we've covered everything. So, we need to name the 9-pointer right now.
We do.
On the point. So you think about that for a second. But let's start off with Chaos. So Chaos last year, we had some pics of him, and he's an awesome buck. We thought he was older than he was in the summer. When the rut came, we were like, we're not real sure. He's at least 5 now.
Yeah,
I feel like he's 5-year-old.
I would say I feel like he's a 5-year-old.
Last year we thought he was 5. Then when the rut came, we thought he was 4.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to the other deer that we're seeing.
We asked. We put his picture up last year. Kind of blocked his antlers out and asked, and we got a lot of 4 and 5. So I mean, we were close, but we think he's 4.
Yeah.
And we just got him in velvet. His body's huge, like Freeze was.
Yeah.
In the summer, it's definitely summer.
Wide, thick. I think he's 5 now. I'm not gonna score anything because I'm terrible. I'm gonna get if I score stuff.
It's velvet.
He's an 8. He's got weird main beams that swoop up. Looks like he's gonna have a blowhole on the right side. I always want to kill deer with a blowhole. I'll take the 8 if you want the 9.
Okay, yeah.
The 9's gonna score way
I
bigger.
say, bro, I'll take either.
But me too.
I mean, we have history with both of them.
Yeah, we have history with both of them.
It's just so weird to think that 9 was running around last year, but obviously he's gonna change because right now he just looks like dumb huge.
Yeah.
Full velvet,
Yeah, he's got some tine length, man. He's wide. He's got main beam length. He's got brows. He's got everything that you want. Chaos still has no brows, like last year. Maybe a little bit more tine length, maybe a little bit more main beam length.
I think he's
got
a lot more main beam length, and
his swoops are deeper.
Yeah, he's definitely more developed after the swoop, and his width is.
Yeah,
I mean, we didn't, like I said earlier, we didn't get like a super good picture of like straight on or straight back, but we knew he was wide. And this year, man, I think he's like 21, 22 wide.
So we preach knowing or running trail cams for this year, for next year, hugely, right?
Yeah.
So he daylighted right next to one of our stands the first cold front of October in the morning, coming out of the bedding, and hit a scrape. Then, 2 days later it was cold, and he did it again.
No, that second one on the 25th of October was the deer with the bulge.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's the other one that we think, with the kicker, the G2 kicker. We never named that one, too. Well, maybe I got a name in here, but
You think that's...
I think that's him. The 8
Okay.
with, yeah, but anyways.
I have to look at it again because he had a pretty noticeable like knife blade, like how you get that serrated top. He had that on the right side.
Yeah, it's hard to tell in velvet, though, with that.
Yeah.
But anyways, Chaos did daylight twice, or once in October, early, like the 12th or the 14th. Or when did Logan kill? Or
Logan.
Grant? Yeah.
I believe like the 9th or 10th
That's
of
when he
October.
daylighted. It was the same day that Grant killed as when he daylighted, I believe.
In the morning.
In the morning. He hit a scrape, heavy frost, just primo day.
I was say there's Chaos September 8th, and then I got
And
October
that's why
16th.
October 16th. That's why we're so jacked about these bucks, is because we talk a lot about like velvet bucks leaving. But if you have history with the velvet bucks that you have,
October 18th, 23 degrees at 7:22 in the morning.
Yeah.
Chaos is
right there in front of our stand. So
Yep.
that's the 16th and the 18th. He's daylighting killable. So that's one thing we're going to key in on him this year. We know that he will daylight on scrapes early season if there's a cold front. So a lot of people say, don't hunt the mornings in October. We do some, but not.
Yeah, because I hunted there the 28th, I think, and I pulled the card, and I was like, "Pfft." Yeah, he's right there.
Yeah.
The 25th is one of these days, and he was there, and it was like a Thursday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I mean, you ain't gonna
Not much you can do there.
Yeah.
Trying to save your vacation, but
right.
anyways, he's back. We were really wanting him to be one that made it. We thought that he could potentially blow. I did not expect the 9-pointer to blow as much as he did. But anyways, we'll show you like a pic of him before and then a pic of him now. And I know he's in velvet, but dude, width, time length, and we know it's the same deer. He's got the same brow kickers.
Yep.
One side's bigger than the other. Brow, same angles.
I'll throw that picture with the angle because I'm like, if you look at the angle of the brows,
Yeah.
I mean, you're like, oh yeah, it don't matter what else he's got going on.
He's got
It's
the
same
base trash, same thing. But anyway, so let's get into the 9-pointer. No name on him yet. We're going to work on that. But we just called him the Tall Tine 9 last year because he wasn't a shooter. He was a deer that was frequenting the property very strangely.
Yeah.
So he was there repeatedly on cam, but he was bedding in a spot. I think he's bedding across the road.
I think so too. With the times that he was coming in, I don't think we ever got him in daylight anywhere. So
because during the rut he left.
Yep.
So this is one of those deer that he is a giant, but potential to kill him right now, it's going to be iffy. We're going to run cams, run the mobile.
I got him October 19th at 2:46 in the morning.
Yeah.
On the scrape tree.
Yeah.
And he's nose down in it.
Yeah, we got quite a few pics of him, but we didn't get anything in daylight.
And we got him on the opposite side, in the corner.
Yeah, I got him on the food plot at night.
Yeah.
So he was there. He just wasn't real adamant. But we'll throw a picture of him. We'll actually throw a picture of Chaos and this buck together.
Oh boy.
This is at that new set that me and homie were talking about that we made happen.
Is that all those still on the card?
Yeah, I left them all on the card, so
All
I'll give it to you. So the 9-pointer, he's giant, got kickers, huge brows, tall tines.
It looks sick right there.
Yeah, that brow looks real nice. They came in and we just got the Exodus just crushed the pics.
Oh.
I mean, the quality of these pics are insane. There's a little bit of sun glare and they just crushed it. But I'm gonna get to, if I'm going the right way, the other 8 with. Well, what is he? No, I'm going the wrong way.
I think he's a 9.
He's a 9.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of mass. He doesn't have a lot of time length. Probably a solid 4-year-old.
Are you talking about the one with the small split?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's a 9.
But I have to see him out of velvet, but he's really close to a shooter for me, to be honest. I'm still at that 140-ish mature deer.
Bro, he comes in the first 2 weeks of season.
Yeah,
he's probably over.
It's over. So, but yeah, we got a really good series of trail cam pictures of him. Got a good look at him, back, front, side. Yeah.
He's just like, oh yeah, Chaos over here showing off, so I'm just gonna come in and check it out too.
But it was good
there we go.
to hang this set, and then so he's got a kicker off his 2. He's got an inside kicker. If this deer doesn't get shot, potential to be a mega.
Yeah,
I think.
So he's probably about what the Tall Time 9 was last year,
but he's got more points and more mass.
Yeah,
but
because last year the Tall Time 9 was kind of spindly.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll shoot him or not. It's hard. I have to see him out of velvet. I need to see him out of velvet.
I just say just like Mr. Maybe last year, like that's how he got his name because he's like, oh yeah, it's a good buck.
Yeah,
but we need to see him out of velvet.
Mm-hmm. We need to see him out of velvet.
And you've seen him out of velvet at full draw. So
yeah, that is one thing that we do not have. Mr. Maybe is not in the building. He was shot by the neighbor during shotgun season. Had a mishap. It all happens to us. You don't find the buck. We looked for him hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
Looked for him then and looked for him after season.
I mean, we burned.
Yeah, we burned 14 acres of the
Yeah.
piece, and he wasn't in that grass, and that grass was, head high.
Yeah.
Trees in it and stuff.
It's head high right now.
Yeah, coming back epic. But so let's get into the other 8 that we got on the beans.
Mm-hmm.
Probably just a real solid 8. Another one we need to see out of Velvet. He is
Which one's this?
the one on the southwest corner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, where the cedars. But anyways,
I would say he's close to this deer.
yeah,
We have to get a visual.
he's one of
on him.
those 8s. Like the 8, when you got an 8, you got to go off maturity, because just like Chaos, he didn't put on a ton of inches. And when they're an 8, they're going to stay an 8. They just don't grow a lot, and that's something that we get a lot around here. Those 125, 135 8s, we can find those like money, you know what I mean? But it's the bigger deers that we have a.
And just like Chaos, we would have shot Chaos last year had we seen him, because we knew he was at least 4.5.
Yeah.
So
We're still at that age. We're not inches. We're maturity, reaching for inches, right? Everyone wants to shoot a big buck. I don't care who you are, but
I thought I heard Jesse on here.
but we want to shoot mature stuff. But I'm telling you what, if a 173-year-old comes out,
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
done,
Yeah.
done. I don't care who you are. For me, he's done. So let's get into the Public Land 6. Homie,
Dude,
are you
yes.
shooting the Public Land 6?
Dude, I will go down for the Public Land 6.
Another pack mount.
We're a two for sure. I haven't got a good visual on his body, but I mean, we got history with this guy.
He's not gonna get any bigger. I feel like he might get a little bit bigger, but he's not there.
Right, I think that he's got more squiggle going this year.
What's Jesse call him?
Slump buster.
Slump busters. He's a slump buster all
for
day.
sure.
But I feel like he's a 4-year-old to me in the pics.
Yeah.
I think he was 3 last year. He's either a 3 or 4-year-old. So you're talking a mature buck on public.
Yeah.
That's got some real character.
I have yet to hunt public. This year is my first year going all out.
That'd be an epic first year
that would,
kill. Yeah.
I mean,
if he comes in and hangs around me too long, at this point, he might. I'm like, oh yeah, here we go.
dude, just to have like 20 pictures of him,
Yeah.
spanning 2 years. I mean, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we had him multiple times on cam, and he was there when I'm pretty sure
Was he running with the giant?
Yeah, he was running with the Mega last year, and the Mega's not here, but he was there.
Yeah, right.
So, last year we ran stuff on field edges out there, but we haven't done that this year. We've been going in the timber and trying to figure out. We're trying to get daylight pictures of them, and that's what we've been doing. So, let's get into the. We got to name this one too. The big. I want to call him like heavy mass. That's all I can say. He's just a giant. He keeps adding. He keeps adding points every time. We can't call him the 8 or the 9 because he keeps adding points every time we get a pic of him.
We had a video of him on Instagram story.
Yeah.
So if you don't follow us on Instagram, you missed out.
Yeah. From the back.
That's about all I can say.
This deer's got to be. I'm gonna go on record right now with my guess. I'm gonna guess he's 25 and a half wide.
Yeah.
25 and 4/8. He's probably not even close, but he's wide. He's wide. He's large. He's large.
This is the one south, kind of, far away. So
yeah, but the chance of hunting him, we'll be trying. But
I would say we found him in velvet, so I guarantee when season comes,
he gone.
He gone.
No history with this deer.
Nope.
So, but we just keep staying there. He keeps coming back. So, that would be an epic.
The beans will turn. The acorns will fall. See ya.
But then we got the lopside buck. Lopside
on the food plot.
On the food plot. So lopside, that's his name now. Lopside. Oh, man, he's another one of those.
He's one of them ones that are close.
He's not there, but he needs
not
another
compared
year.
to Chaos and the Tall Time 9.
He's not there, but he's one to look out for. We got the.
What if we just called him TT?
TT.
Yeah, tall tine.
Yeah,
TT.
that'll work.
TT.
I seen TTs tonight. What? Seen titties? No, TTs, bro. So some bucks that we're missing that we know are probably going to show. Nike. I want him to show. I want to kill that deer. I don't know what it is about him. I just like him. I want to shoulder mount that deer in my house. Be like, bro, look at that. That's
Would you do the pedestal turn with an arrow in him, or?
I don't know. I don't think I would do. I
You don't like that?
I just do a shoulder mount
I was just trying to get your feel on that.
with the swoosh, the Nike swoosh.
just
Try to get a Nike.
you should
sponsor
do like a
after
hard
that.
turn, like and
Nike
put
doesn't
that
hunt any.
antler right in your
Nike
face.
doesn't sponsor any hunting podcast. So if I kill that thing,
You might have a better shot with Under Armour.
yeah, maybe. Anyways,
Unless you're really trying to break through.
yeah, I'm trying to break through, trying to break the barrier.
I'm gonna say sidekick.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
I'm saying sidekick.
If he comes back, dude, that deer.
Are we
is-
putting a picture of him on the video?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. If you listen this long,
Yeah. That deer. We have him on 2 different properties, 2 miles away.
2 miles, 2.1, I think, or
Pretty
2.1 or
epic.
1.9.
Pretty epic. And,
And
the reason we know it's him is because you don't get deer like him just rolling around. You know what I mean?
No.
He came through on a Monday when I was sitting on the couch at 9 in the morning, 8:30 in the morning, and then right behind him, here comes Nike.
Yep.
If you would have shot Sidekick, would you have shot Nike behind him? I'm done, man.
Right?
I'm done.
I was thinking we
We could have double bucked that
chaos.
tree.
Yeah, we could have double bucked because that was the day Tennessee's velvet season opened.
Yeah.
At 247, we could have double bucked on a 150 and a 160.
Yeah.
Maybe not a 150, but mid 140s
Yeah.
chaos.
It's hard to tell in Velvet. Man.
I know, and he's an 8.
Yeah.
You just see the frame, and you're like, oh, it's
Yeah.
you just have that
Ain't
frame
got no
like stuck in
points,
your head,
man.
but he ain't got no points. So
points.
probably a 140, 145, 8, which is
Giant.
yeah,
Yeah.
for an 8.
For me.
And I mean, he's wide as hell. So
Yeah. So, we have that mega giant that showed up on the food plot that had the small drop. You probably don't have that picture.
Mm-mm. I don't
But
even remember that deer.
he came from the north, had the drop.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Not a very big drop.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep,
But
yep.
had a
I might.
yeah.
Go ahead.
But anyways, I want him to come back. We're gonna be ready for him this year. We know how they're using that property. The wagon blind set up for them to exactly do that. So I feel like during the rut we gotta be in one of those 2 locations.
Was he one of these deer fighting up there?
I don't know. I can't
Okay.
remember. But anyways, like I said, we also have some others that we're holding back. We wanted to let you guys know the bucks that we have right now that we feel like we have a chance of killing. Like we have enough intel. We don't want to show you a buck that we got one picture of. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we got some pictures of some giants that they're just cruising like one picture, but we don't know if they're going to be consistently there. So the ones we told you, we have a bunch of pictures of. We know that they're there and they're staying in the area. Velvet sheds could automatically change everything, but we wanted to go over this and
October 1st?
nope, that's the
What
different
is that
buck.
deer doing?
I don't know.
He's just
That's
there
another
and
one that
gone.
Just
Because
cruises
I remember
through.
pulling that card on the 4th when we went there to hunt
Yeah.
the blind, and we're like, oh, a new buck.
Yeah,
Never to be seen again.
never to be seen. They just
He
I think
literally
they're-
goes in and then turns around and comes back for the camera, and then he's gone forever.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that when they pick the crops to the north, deer just roll in. They're just up there in those corn. They got
I was corn.
yeah, they're up.
corn
they got so
everywhere.
Much, yeah,
Shout out.
yeah. Shout out.
I was saying
Nate.
we got it in there.
We got to try every episode now. So yeah,
All
shout
right.
out Nate, Scott. We know you're watching.
It was deep, but we made it.
Yeah, we know you're listening this long. It was like all the way at the end.
Yeah,
of the
bro.
last one, and they got it. So makes my day.
It
Makes my day. Well, I think that's about it, man.
This is it. This is the video cast.
Yeah.
With our studio that we think subpar, but we got called. It was actually pretty cool when Jake was here.
Yeah,
so
that's cool. Yeah.
We were like, we got to try it. So
Yeah. So we hope you guys enjoyed this. This is new for us. This might be something we do in the future. Let us know if you liked it. If you guys like it, we're way more apt to do more. If you
Right.
guys are like, that was garbage, we probably won't do any more. So for the guys and gals listening on the regular audio version. We love you guys. You're the life and soul of this podcast.
For sure.
We do this for you guys, and we also do it because it's so much fun. You know what I mean?
You know, it'd be cool if if they approved of this on the tube, and then we had like some really raw footage of us killing in the season.
Yeah.
Before like we got a video put together.
Yeah,
we
could
just
release
rolled
it.
some shit on that.
Yeah, that could be another thing we do.
That would be sick.
We could do VideoCast and release parts of film.
Yeah.
And leave you guys on the edge. So
just to see it to go from like the podcast to an actual video, you'd be like, they really cleaned that up.
Yeah. What are these guys doing in there in the
Right?
podcast studio? But yeah, that's a really good idea. This is how me and Naomi come up with ideas. It just instantly comes, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna do it," because we do everything. If you guys, that's a huge part of
player.
everything. If you guys haven't, our blog is on fire right now. Our website is on fire. So check out our blogs. We've been releasing a team or hunter profile on Mondays and a blog on Thursdays, and we have been getting huge amounts of people reading that. And I can't spell, so homie has to spell check everything.
I would say the first one I proofread, I didn't hit the edit button, but it let me edit it, and then it didn't save it.
Yeah.
So I now
We
know
got
to
called
hit
out.
edit.
We got called out
did.
real quick,
We
but
did. It wasn't very long.
it was all out of love, though. I got more Moultrie mobile picks, man. It's on fire right now.
You got more move?
More coming
Oh,
in,
man.
yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to shut her down.
I got it on instant update, so I could.
Oh, just drain the batteries. That's
Well, I
about
want to
all-
make sure the
all
cam is
you're
working.
doing.
There's nothing. Oh, he's back.
Ooh.
Yeah, look at that 3-pointer.
Bro, he's
Mm.
cruising.
It's epic when you're just sitting at the house and you're
pre-rut.
you're
Pre-rut.
like, oh yeah,
pre-rut.
there's a giant. Yeah. But yeah. Check out the blog. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit the subscribe button.
For sure.
We'll do some more of these. This was fun.
Yeah.
This was easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. I mean, man.
Yeah. And it was 52 minutes long. We were like, do we have enough stuff to talk about? And then we start talking. We're like, oh, we're way good. We're
Right.
so good. But get out. Oh, go ahead.
No, yeah. Slight gap. Our cameras only record for 30 minutes, and shout out Jake McGee. He come in at the perfect time. I didn't even have to crawl under the table.
Yeah. We're gonna have to crawl on the table to restart the video.
Right.
So shout out Jake. He came in stat, hit the record button for us again, dropping off some stuff for work.
I will
for
say it
me.
was a lot of work to set this up,
It was,
but
So,
it was worth it.
You guys can't see anything behind us. There's actually like 7 190s back there. They're all blacked out though.
And the AC unit you hear in the intro and
Yeah.
the outro, but never the main content.
Yeah, the AC unit's back there. We cut that for main content for quality purposes, but we're getting ready to record another podcast, and I think we're just going to roll like this. This is real
we
nice.
got to. We don't have.
We're not moving all this. So, all right,
All right.
we're gonna sign off. Get out there, make sure your cams are running. I know you probably hung them already, but there's nothing worse than leaving one for 2 months and then going out there and it's not running. So, go ahead and pull them, check them out, and try to leave a legacy. And Whitetail Legacy's out.